There we are. We are now officially live. Hello.
Everywhere.
Hello, Tim.
Hello, Tommy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? There we are. We are
Oh,
live.
yeah.
Hello.
Everywhere.
Hello, Tim. Just oh yeah. An
Yeah,
elongated
well,
oh yeah.
as you know, I'm not actually meant to be here filming today, so
No, you are not. We were supposed to be having this week off.
yeah. But thanks to Jetstar being a pile of steaming fucking shit,
Thanks to Jetstar being Jetstar.
yeah, but thanks
I'm
to not in New Zealand where I should be, seeing my grandmother and my mother, I'm here.
yeah.
Hmm.
So we get a bonus episode this week, considering
Apparently we do.
we didn't upload any episodes last week. So this
Yeah.
going 2 episodes a week is working out fucking fantastic. It's so good.
Hey, it's kind of working. We're getting one episode.
Yeah. So we did.
So
Oh no,
it's
because
working hard.
we've been releasing 2 episodes. We record 2 episodes on on a Saturday, and then I
Yeah.
release those two during the week. But then it fucks us when we don't record last week, and then there's just no episodes for a whole week.
That's true.
And then all of a
That's
sudden
true.
we're back up to 2 episodes now.
Hey, it's going to happen from time to time.
Look, it will. We're not. We're super professional in what we do.
As always.
Yeah. So yeah, what's been happening in the world of Tim?
Oh, fuck all.
Oh.
I mean, I've been going to work. I've been coming home. As we know, I was meant to be on holiday. But yeah. So on that whole holiday thing, may as well explain what went on.
Yeah.
No, so I got to the airport
Oh,
early on.
you actually went to the airport before you found out.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
So
fuck.
I got to the airport. I finished work at like 1:15 on Thursday. Got home, did what I had to do, dropped the dog off at my ex-wife's place, his mother's house. Came home, went to Frankston Station, bought the train to the city, bought the sky bus from the city to the airport, got there really early because apparently it was school holidays, it was going to be an absolute clusterfuck, which it wasn't. It was basically fucking dead. To then find out that they're still only opening check-in 2 hours or 3 hours beforehand. So I sat around, waited for that. Did check in, got through customs and everything. The first time since I've been going to and from New Zealand. So this would have been my 4th trip that I haven't been scanned for bomb residue or anything like that. Every time I've been through, I've been pulled aside and had the fucking swab test done. Get through customs, get to the gate. I'm sitting there, just trying to keep myself occupied. We were meant to start boarding at 10:45 for the flight to leave at 11:45. At 9:30, 9:45, the announcement comes over that the flight's been cancelled. So we've technically speaking, I have left the country at that point. As soon as you go through customs, you've left the country. So we're all sitting there and we're like, well, what the fuck? An hour before boarding, they tell us that the flight's cancelled. The only reason they give is operational errors or operational issues. They then tell us that we're all booked on the midday flight on the Friday, which was already pretty much booked out, so there's no guarantee that we're going to get a flight anyway. And it was like, well, I'm meant to be getting a connecting flight because I was having to fly into Auckland to then fly to Christchurch. So there's this whole great big clusterfuck, and at the end of it, I was like, well, what's the fucking point? I was going to be there if I had that flight. If I had the Thursday night flight like I was meant to, I would have pretty much had 2.5 days to be in New Zealand, seeing family, doing what I need to do. If I got the midday flight, if I was lucky enough to get it, then I would have got into New Zealand at about 5 o'clock their time, got to Christchurch around about 9 o'clock New Zealand time, which meant I would have had a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Just a little bit. So
Fuck.
yeah, I ended up getting back to Frankston at about 1:30 on Friday morning. Just like, yeah,
Fuck.
great,
Man,
fan
that's...
fucking tastic.
And you took, like, time off work and shit.
I took a full day off work.
That's...
Yeah, apparently it was a big enough cock up that it actually made it to the news in New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
couldn't find a thing of it over here on the news over here, but in New Zealand it actually made it to the news.
It's probably just, like, commonplace over here, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing. Like, yeah, there was that whole thing of because of COVID and everything, having trouble finding pilots and blah blah blah. I thought that was all over and done with, but apparently not. Apparently, Jetstar is the only airline of all the flights that were leaving that couldn't do their thing.
Yeah, no, that's just fucking piss poor, honestly.
And the funniest thing is, because Jetstar and Qantas actually do what they call co-flights. So you can buy a Qantas ticket, but you'll be flying on a Jetstar plane.
Oh, okay.
So although I was booked with Qantas, it was a Jetstar flight. So I even got there and was like, well, looking at the board going, I know my flight number, but where's my flight? Because they don't bother telling you in your itinerary unless you read really carefully that it is an actual Jetstar flight.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Mm.
Fuck,
So
man.
hence the reason why the people are lucky enough to be getting this what we're going to just call a bonus episode this week,
Yeah.
because well, as you can see, I'm not in New Zealand.
Mm. No,
Thanks, Jetstar.
your background is exactly the same as it normally is.
Yeah, I actually recorded just the background as green screen. Like if I get rid of the green screen, it's actually it's you'll see the hills above Oxford in New Zealand behind me.
Yeah, I feel like you should have gone with that background instead.
Yeah, it would be a lot nicer than that shit.
Oh yeah, look at my background. You know, it's super professional and everything. Like, the missus does all the pearly bead stuff, and that's all of this stuff here in the background is all her stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got board games. So yeah, it was real professional backgrounds we've
Yeah,
got.
but it's better than mine. Mine's my drawers, the corner of my TV, and the stuff on top of my drawers.
And a blanket or something.
Yeah, that's actually a curtain covering my because I don't have a wardrobe, so there's actually the curtain covering all my clothes that are hanging up.
Oh, okay. And actually, that'd be good soundproofing right there for you as well.
Yeah, well, if I could work my room a bit better, it would actually be my background as the soundproofing. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
between bed, TV cabinet, drawers.
that's right.
Yeah.
One day we will be a massive fucking podcast, and we will have enough money to have a proper studio, and then with that proper studio, we'll have proper backgrounds,
Yeah.
and we won't have all of these technical difficulties that we quite often have. But that's okay, because a lot of them are going to be rectified next week. Because so what's going to happen? These two podcasts. This podcast is going to be released.
Yep.
Next week, because we record 2 on a Saturday. Next week, we will record another 2 episodes. And then that is hopefully going to be the end of the road of shitty audio.
Yes.
Hopefully. Are you recording your audio at the moment?
So I'm talking to you through the headset, but I'm also recording the audio on my lovely laptop that we all know has absolutely no fucking issues at all.
Yeah. So, next week, we record on Saturday, record podcasting, and then at 10 a.m. sharp on
Fuck, I forgot there's the time.
on Sunday, we are filming.
Tommy and I will be in the same place for the first time in how many years? 7 years? 6 years? 7 years?
Last time we were together in the same place was probably, I want to say, Pentridge.
Yes. So how old would your oldest have been then? She wouldn't have even been a year old, would she?
Was Hendrix born then? I don't know if Hendrix.
Hendrix. I don't think Hendrix had actually been born at that point. He was on the way, but I don't think he'd be born.
Well, okay, so then that's between 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Hendrix is now 6.5.
Yeah. So probably be around about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I'm not talking like we were in Pentridge, as in we were locked up in prison. Let's just make that clear. I can only speak for myself here. I have never been imprisoned.
Depending on what we're talking about when we say imprisoned, I've never been in prison.
Locked up in a prison cell against your own wishes. A judge has sentenced you to a certain amount of time.
I've never been in prison. No.
Okay, cool. So let's we'll just clarify that it was something completely different. It wasn't. Okay.
I'm talking psychological prison. Psychological prison. I think.
So yeah, we a whole long story. I tried doing a ghost hunting show. Obviously, it didn't work out. Clearly, but we went to Pentridge Prison and that was going to be our first episode, first mini documentary, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that was the last time that we ever actually physically saw each other in person. All those years ago, and now we've got
a long time ago.
Yeah, man, 8 days left now. 8 days. Yeah, dude.
Fuck me. I've got to be up that early. So I've got to be up at like 7 on the Sunday so I can get myself ready and get my ass up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take you to drive there.
About an hour.
That's not too bad. So leave your place at night. It's going to take you 2 hours to get ready.
Yeah, but given that I have anxiety just driving the 20 minutes to work, that hour's going to be a long time.
And you don't know where you're going?
No. I have no idea. I don't
to add to it.
I know that I'm going north, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know addresses or anything.
That's right. We'll do that off. I'm not going to dox Vince. I'm not going to dox him and be like, oh, this is actually. To be honest, just quietly on the top of my head,
you can't remember.
I don't know his address. I know the road. I know this the name of his street. Yeah, but I don't know the number.
So I'm kind of like that. I'll remember where someone is, not even necessarily by street name, literally just by points of reference.
Yeah,
that's about it.
I know how to get to his house,
which is fine for you, not so much for me, who doesn't even know where his house is.
Yeah.
I mean, I could work it out. You could say you need to go to this street and then look for the house that is this color with this many stories and that sort of thing.
Yeah, but that doesn't work for Vince's house because all of the houses look the same.
He's in he's in a set of
units.
Well, you can tell me, in the middle unit on the right or something, you know.
No. So there's 10 units.
Jesus, that makes it even harder, yeah.
Yeah, but all I have to say, he's the last one on the right.
Okay. Give me a street, give me a rough description, we'll see if I find it.
Yeah, no, you'll be okay. You'll get there. You'll get there.
I always get there.
And then you'll get lost, and then you'll send me a message and be like, oh, where am I? And I'll be like, I don't know. I'm not with you.
Turns out I'm in a completely different state, but you know.
You've somehow driven over to Western Australia. Yeah. You're in Broome. How'd you fuck it up that badly?
What's like that meme that you sometimes see pop up on Facebook where the guy is like, I don't know how it works, but he somehow ends up in India rather than Indiana. It's like, how do you mess up enough that you manage to pay for a ticket to a completely different country and not realize that you've gone to India rather than a different state in the US? I don't know.
Easy mistake to make. I'm sure.
I'm sure too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see you got a different glass this week, Tommy.
Yeah. So For those playing at home, I have a wine glass. Those that are watching, I have a nice goblet here, filled very full with red wine. Because
Fancy.
I know you're supposed to only fill like a third of the way up the glass. Like you're not supposed to fill it right to the very top for wine. Fuck that. Nah. Fucking top that shit up, bitch. So I am drinking from the Ari Vandenberg collection, the Melee. It is 70% Cab Sav, 30% Shiraz. Now they've got a fucking story time. They've got a story on the back here. In 1857, a terrible norwesterly gale parted the Koning Willem II from her anchor and dashed the Dutch ship against the rocks of South Australia's limestone coast. Ari Vandenberg was one of the few survivors on that fateful night, chilled to the bone by the frigid southern ocean. Ari looked out at the wreck that had almost claimed his life and vowed to tame this land and raise a family upon it. Today, 150 years and 4 generations of grape growers later, Richie Vandenberg continues his legacy. The Ari collection is his ode to his founding forefather.
Okay.
That's the story on the back of this bottle. It's a 2015 vintage.
Oh, so it's had time to sit and mature, so it's probably not as green as what it would be if you were drinking it in 2015 or 2016.
Yeah. So this is actually this is a bottle of wine from when I got married 4 years
Jesus.
Yeah. So we've still got... So me and the old man went out and bought just a fuck ton of grog. Because, you got to do it.
As you do in Australia.
Fuck yeah. Any excuse to buy grog. We went out and bought a shitload of stuff. And we bought a bunch of wine. And we've still got a lot of some of the wine. There's probably maybe half a dozen bottles sitting downstairs in total now.
Okay.
And yeah, so this is one of them. And it's quite nice. So it's just been sitting in the garage. And
yep.
Yeah, I'm now drinking it. So that was 4 years ago that we bought this bottle of wine.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So we went to some real dodgy place. We didn't go to like a bottle shop. No, I'm telling you, this is fucking dodgy as fuck. So I don't know
it was just a shit in someone's backyard, was it? Or
almost.
Oh Jesus!
So, no. Okay, so it was in like this industrial area.
Yeah.
And it was just this warehouse, like a small factory, and they just had grog fucking everywhere. And yeah, we just walked in, went X amount of cases of this, X amount of cases of that. We need some of this, we need some of that, blah 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 blah. I just bought like $1,000 worth of grog. I just went, here's some cash. There was no cash register, no receipts, nothing like that. Most of the boxes had some kind of damage.
So it was all full. It probably literally fallen off the back of the truck, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Super mega cheap alcohol. Crazy cheap. And we just bought $1,000 worth of grog, and yeah, that was a lot. Like,
yeah, I can imagine if it was really cheap, there would have been a lot of it.
Yeah. So what did we do? We worked it out at Dan Murphy's, which is basically like the cheapest place to get alcohol in Australia. One of. What we ended up buying would have cost us like 3 or 4 times what it did. Like, we put in like $1,000 and it was fuck all that we would have gotten compared to going to this random place. And Dad's like, oh, meet me here. Here's the address. I'll meet you there. Because he's coming from Ballarat and I'm coming from where I was living.
Yeah.
And just met him there. And I'm like, I'm so fucking lost. Where the fuck am I going? And eventually I found him and he's like, yeah, this is the place. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is so sketchy. But yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm still drinking the wine 4 years later. So fucking Cheers to that.
As long as you haven't been poisoned, you know.
Nope. It tastes delicious, and that's all I care about, really.
Fair enough.
I did not bring up any water because the problem with drinking wine is I get really dehydrated really quickly.
Yeah.
So
Because especially with the red, it's the tannins in the red dries your mouth out.
So I normally, have a glass of red and then I'll have some water. Otherwise, I wake up with just a chronic fucking headache in the morning just from being dehydrated.
And that's also partly because of the sulfur that a lot of them use as well as a stabilizer. Fun little fact: I actually studied viticulture and wine production.
Yeah, you mentioned that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
So do you reckon? So you could make a wine from scratch? You reckon?
I could. I've done it.
How expensive
that was part of the course. We had to make a wine from scratch.
How expensive is it to set up your own little thing at home? Can you do it? Is it doable?
It is doable. The most expensive part's normally the bottling.
Really?
Because if you're doing it with proper cork and everything, you do actually need to get someone to come through and bottle it for you. So
I suppose it needs to be like sealed properly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can't just pour it into a bottle and put a cap on it.
No, it doesn't quite work like that.
Yeah,
so they reckon that even those twist top ones like you'd have on that bottle, they don't quite seal properly.
Yeah.
So, wouldn't be surprised if in another 3 or 4 years that particular bottle wasn't as good as it could be.
Yeah, I feel like it's not quite as good as what it was a couple of years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
But
a little less flavour.
Yeah.
Well, the flavour's maybe just a little funkier.
It's not funky. It's just a little flat, almost.
Yeah.
Like the flavours aren't quite as bold as what I remember them being.
Is it maybe the colour is a little bit... It's probably going to be hard to tell with the goblet that you're using, but it's a little more brown than...
Yeah, I got no
bright
idea.
Red.
Could not tell you. This goblet that I'm drinking from, it's black glass.
Yeah, so it'd be hard to tell.
Very, very hard to tell. It's very dark. Red wine in a black glass goblet. I don't know. But this is definitely not a standard wine glass size. Let's be honest here.
No.
It's quite large. So, I don't fucking care. It's fucking good. That's all I care about.
And as for me, well, I've gone outside my norm.
Oh, yeah, you're drinking the new...
I'm drinking Buffalo Trace whiskey.
Nice. Has that got a story on the back?
It does.
Oh,
it doesn't have
story time.
Doesn't have any flavour notes, but it does have story.
Okay, let's get the story. Story time with Tim.
We're ready?
Yeah.
Down, children, make yourself comfortable. Dodgy. So this is... You right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good? So this is Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Here's the story. The ancient paths of countless buffalo led America westward. Legendary explorers, pioneers, and settlers alike follow these trails, known as traces, through rugged wilderness to new lands, new adventures, and newfound freedom. One such trace, called the Great Buffalo Trace, across the Kentucky River at a spot just north of present-day Frankfort. No idea where that is. Early pioneers settled here in 1775 with plentiful pure limestone water and rich river-bottom loam for growing exceptional grains. Distillation quickly followed. With an unparalleled reputation for creating outstanding bourbon whiskey, the Buffalo Trace Distillery today stands as one of America's oldest distilling sites. The bold heritage of the mighty buffalo and the individuality and pioneering spirit of those early Americans are again found in Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, the very finest bourbon created at the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traditionally handcrafted, Buffalo Trace has a smooth, confident taste and invites discovery with every sip. Explore Buffalo Trace and taste the spirit of legends.
Do you reckon it's possible to sell alcohol without some bullshit story put on the back of the bottle?
We buy beer, don't we?
Is there any
Sad.
spirit or wine?
No, you have to put some bullshit story on it.
Yeah, okay. I oh let's once we're set up and like really rocking with all of the different projects, let's just add another fucking project and we'll make our own whiskey.
Okay.
LMA whiskey. Any
Oh,
whiskey distillers out there, let's do a brand deal.
why not?
Fuck yeah. I love me some
Hey,
whiskey.
there's enough distilleries in that here in Victoria now that I'm sure one of them may get on board.
That'd be sick. I actually follow a distiller from Tasmania on TikTok. Distiller
Okay.
Chris.
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking it seems like an awesome dude. And he just makes whiskey. Like that's his thing. And I'm like,
Nice.
I need to get my hands on some of that whiskey.
So I bought this one because I saw it on. He's not running his YouTube channel anymore, but Outlaw. So he was talking about this. Real funny guy. His music's fucking just complete piss take of just general like pop music and that sort of stuff now.
Yeah.
But I saw that on his channel, and I've been looking for it for ages. And the other week I was sitting there going, well, I'm pretty much out of rum. What do I get? And so I saw this on the Liquorland website. I was like, yep, I'm getting it. So I have tried it already. It is fucking smooth. And it has the nicest pop to the bottle. We ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
There's no
But
squeak,
it is just...
but
Well, no, the squeak was at the start.
I didn't hear that. It didn't
I
come through.
I was squeaking it out.
Yeah. We'll just move on. Let's move on from that comment. Views just squeaking it out.
But no, it is fucking fantastic. Like I'm not normally a whiskey drinker, but this is just
yeah. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. Did you hear
I hear a lot of things, but yeah, what?
in the news an abandoned rocket hit the moon?
No.
You didn't hear that? Okay.
I don't, to be honest, I don't pay much attention to the news. It fucking depresses me. I deal with enough of that shit in my own head.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on like the 6 o'clock news. I didn't see it on 6 o'clock news at all. But because I'm on Twitter a lot, it come up. It was trending the other day. So, are you watching the stream? You're probably not, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, cool. Hey. Let me look.
I mean, I could hold on. Actually, I could probably pull it up. Give me a sec.
That's what she said?
She said you took a second.
Let's see if I can pull that up. Okay, so the moon has just been walloped by 3 tons of space junk. A punch that would have carved out a crater that could fit several semi-trailers, according to scientific estimates. The leftover rocket, traveling at 9,300 kilometers per hour, was on course to smash into the far side of the moon at 11:25 p.m. on Friday, away from telescopes' prying eyes. It may take weeks, even months, to confirm the impact through satellite images. The rocket had been tumbling haphazardly through space, experts believe, since China launched it nearly a decade ago. But Chinese officials are dubious it is theirs. No matter whose it is, scientists expect the object would have carved out a hole 10 to 20 meters across and sent moon dust flying hundreds of kilometers across the barren, pock-marked surface. Low orbiting space junk is relatively easy to track. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. So China is normal at just doing their thing where they're like, yeah, it's not ours.
Yeah.
And of course, it happens to land on the dark side of the moon, which we don't get any sort of view of, really, at any point.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get Twitch to load.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've already clicked off.
Oh, fine. Fuck you then.
It's just all that effort of the moon because you can't actually see it.
Doing this, moving around all over the place, and trying to see my screen around my phone.
Yeah.
You're just like, nah.
Oh, it was on the screen for a while as I was reading it.
We're talking about using my laptop here.
Yeah, well, that's going to be fixed
very soon.
somewhat soon. Next week.
8 days-ish, 9 days-ish. Ish.
Yeah, in 8 days you'll have a new computer, but then you've got to set it all up and everything. But you have a bit of spare time, don't you?
Oh, I get home from work and I pretty much have dinner and go to bed. But yeah.
Yeah, well, now you can.
I suppose on those
have
nights where I
dinner
can't
and set
sleep,
up.
I can do it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll take too long.
No.
To get everything all set up.
Although you talk about me and technology, so it could take a fucking month.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Fair.
I'd say it's more than fair.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I just got an update. My Amazon delivery package has arrived.
Well, what are you getting this time? Is it another
Mate.
new microphone arm?
No, I may have I bought some Lego.
You bought Lego. Okay. That's fair.
I was depressed.
I said that's fair. Calm down.
Don't judge me.
I'm not. I said that's fair.
I've got no space for it, but I bought some new Lego. Yeah, it's what you do.
Yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with it. Honestly.
It's a cool set as well. It's the it's Yoda's hovel on Dagobah from the training scene from Star Wars. So Tommy's just like, I don't do Star Wars, so I've got no idea what it's about.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what a lot of that is.
the little green man from
I know
Star
who Yoda
Wars.
is. I know who Yoda is, okay?
Okay.
But that's kind of it.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh shit. So what's been going on in Tommy's world anyway?
Honestly, the only thing that I've outside of work, the only thing that I've been putting my effort into has been our YouTube channel that we are going to start filming on Sunday next week. If you're listening, on the 9th, 10th. The 10th of July 2022. So if you're listening to this after that date, we have filmed. If you're listening to this before that date, we are filming on that date. If you listen to this podcast on that date, we are currently filming. Yeah, so we have come up with a name for the YouTube channel. We haven't got any artwork or anything. We're still working on that. But we have decided as a collective, after going through, how many name suggestions do you think we had over the last
just from you alone, at least 2 dozen.
At least. That's like the bare minimum. Yeah. That's like that's the starting point, and then it's good. Yeah.
All together, we've probably had about 30.
Yeah. And we finally settled on one.
We did.
Name, which is Rise Beyond. That took a lot of effort coming up with that name, but we got there in the end. We finally got there, which is good.
We did.
I'm glad that aspect is now done and finished. Whew, I'm exhausted from that, honestly. Genuinely exhausted.
It did take a lot because it was a lot of convincing, primarily on your part, to get Vince online with different names. Yeah,
well, we did have one name that you were like, yeah, I like that, and then Vince went, nope, that's Nazi.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, was a really good name. It was a really good name. But then Vince found.
So the name that we had, it was my suggestion was the Rise Up Syndicate, and Tim's like, yeah, no, that's a good name, the Rise Up Syndicate. I like that. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's like a whole thing. We can brand that and market that pretty well. Yeah, and then there's Rise Up Australia, which is, it's not the same name, but it's very fucking similar. And let me just. I'm just going to open up our little chat that we have, where Vince sent us a screenshot of this Rise Up Australia that I didn't even know existed. It's a political party, Rise Up Australia Party. A little thing here just says Rise Up Australia Party was so it's not a thing anymore apparently, but still had to chat. We couldn't keep it. A far right political party in Australia. The party's policy platform was focused on nationalist and Christian conservative issues such as opposing Islamic immigration and religious freedom for Australian Muslims and opposition to same-sex marriage in Australia. So they don't like Muslims and they don't like gays.
So they are a Christian neo-Nazi party, basically.
Yeah, and I went, well, fuck that.
Yeah. Because that was one of our big things, was trying to find names that A, weren't used or in use, B, weren't associated with anything negative, and C, actually sounded half decent.
And yeah, something that was inclusive. That was my big thing, was trying to find something that was inclusive. Because we did have the Bull's Horns. And that was our name for a little while. I was like, that's cool. The Bull's, off the saying, grab the bull by the horns. Just carpe diem, another way of saying that. All cool. But then I thought about it after a little while. I went, you know what? That's a very masculine kind of channel name. And I want it to be inclusive, and I don't like for everyone. I want it to be very neutral. So we ended up scrapping that, and then it was like a month of just fuckery. And then I saw that, and Vince sent that through, and I was a little bit pissed off when I saw that. Yeah,
like if it wasn't for the fact that I was on the train at the time and I was suffering from some serious motion sickness, I would have been pissed off too.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, it was a really good name. Rise Up Syndicated. This other channel is going to be about, improving yourself, rising beyond who you are now, being a better person, all that sort of thing. Syndicate being, a fairly inclusive kind of word because it, means a number of people.
Yeah.
And that's what we're aiming for. But then to see this neo-Nazi bullshit pop up, it's just like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's
very disheartening. And then I threw out a shitload of other names, and Vince just went, nah. I don't like any of them. No.
Yeah.
And then even when I said, you know what, Rise Beyond, I suggested Rise Beyond, and then I thought about it. I was like, I actually really like that name. And Vince did, the problem is, I sent that at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I said Rise Beyond. And you and Vince just went quiet. Vince had literally just been replying when I sent that suggestion, and he never replied to it.
In my defense, though, 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm normally starting work. So. Yeah.
Fucking hell, my camera is having an epileptic seizure over here.
Yeah, I'm about to have a fit.
I think it's just my camera saying I'm about done with life.
And like I said, I've still got the potato here. The potato is still sitting around.
I'm going to invest in a Logitech C920.
Potato.
Logitech C920.
The Anko, whatever this.
Logitech C920.
Anko.
Fuck Kmart. Fuck Kmart right in their fucking stupid asses. Yeah.
Well, actually, that's something about Kmart that surprises me. I ordered. Sure, people don't want to know this, but I ordered some new undies last night on Click and Collect because somehow all my boxes are disappearing.
Is your housemate coming in and just stealing your undies?
Gotta be. Sniffing them. But yeah, they're just all disappearing. I don't know where the fuck they are. I'm clearly not a small fellow, but for the first time in all the occasions I've tried to order underwear through Kmart, they've actually had the size that I need.
Right on.
Yes. So Kmart pulled through for once.
Oh,
Not often, but they did it.
hang on 1 second.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe cutting things short, people.
Oh, I got someone at my door
Tell them to fuck
for
off.
some reason.
Are they Jehovah's Witness?
I don't know. Hang on.
Run down in your underpants.
No.
See, you lovely folk have got me for the next couple of minutes, which is not going to be fun at all for you lot. So, for those of you that are listening, they're watching, start commenting, start liking our stuff. You'll see a lot more of it. As for the other channel, I will stop there because here's Tommy now. Yeah, as for the other channel, it is going to be something completely different to this. We've said it before, so be on the lookout for that.
Okay, so
So,
that was really bizarre. I got to the bottom of the stairs,
yeah.
and as I looked to the door, they turned around and walked off. So I didn't answer the door, I just walked back upstairs. But like, so just to my right is a window, and like directly below that window is where the front door is. Because I got a 2-story house, and
Yeah.
I heard the knock. Like, people don't knock on our door, right? We don't get people turning up. And see, I heard this knock, and I'm like, what? So I just looked out the window to see if it was like someone saying, "Hey, would you like to religion?" And I would say, "No, I don't like to religion." And like, I swear, it looked like, so there was an old lady down there, looked like, dressed like a babushka lady. Like, you know, that old woman with the scarf, everything like that. Yeah. And I'm looking, I was just, it just threw me. Legit just threw me. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm looking down there, and then she's like looking around and looked, eye contact through the blinds. I was like, oh, well, I've been fucking spotted now. Great, I'll go downstairs. That's when I went downstairs. I thought it was just her, and then like someone, like maybe like her daughter or something. Someone like middle-aged, standing behind her off to the side. I couldn't see properly. And then when I walked downstairs, there's like a kid with them as well. But he had like I'm talking like kid as in, I don't know, he looked maybe 6, 7 years old. So like kid with a clipboard or something. I'm like, okay, so maybe it was religion?
Selling something for a school.
Yeah, I don't know. It's left me quite confused.
It's slightly scared.
And like, the problem is, people don't knock on our door. Like, the only time we get anyone knocking on our door is if we have ordered something online and it's a delivery person dropping something off.
Yeah.
That's it. The only other thing, and I'm about to check right now, that I can think of it possibly being is where, I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, we are selling a whole heap of shit. And I'm trying to work out whether or not the missus has sold something and not told me that someone was picking it up today.
Which is a possibility, but if he's got a clipboard...
Yeah, but it's a child.
It's true. I mean, I don't have any of my own, so I can't really comment.
Doesn't seem like it. It doesn't appear.
I take it you're checking Gumtree, are you?
I'm on my wife's Facebook just to see if there are any messages here. But there's not. from Marketplace to see if someone's sent, like, assuming that person would have sent a message saying, "Hey, no one answered the door." But the last message was a day ago. Shit. I don't know what that was. Okay, so just to justify it within myself, that was someone trying to convert me religion. To go to whatever religion they're Johos. They're Johos or Mormons, and they wanted to convert me over to their...
You don't need to go that far, because if it was someone coming to pick something up, you didn't know.
Yeah, true. No, my wife's pretty good. She's actually pretty good with that. If someone has said, "Hey, I'm picking this up at this time or on this day," she'll send me a message and let me know, and then it'll be downstairs, usually at the door, ready to go. She'll be like, "Hey, someone's picking this up. They're going to be here between these times." It's this.
That's what I mean. You didn't know.
Yeah. So to justify it within myself, they were trying to convert me, which would have worked real well with the jumper that I'm wearing. For those that are only listening, it's a Ouija board. So, excuse me. Yeah, that would have been real good. And the fact that last time we had someone, I don't know what religion it was for, but he came over to clear. I knew straight away that he was spouting religion. And it was he never mentioned religion once. So props to him for that. Props to him for not actually going, "Hey, Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." Didn't say that at all. It was all about personal growth and development and shit.
Yeah.
And I said to him, like, "Actually, I'm a Satanist." And he goes, "Are you really?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." I'm like, "It's not Hollywood Satanism, it's actual Satanism, which is not even remotely close to being the same thing." And then so I told him a bit about what it is. I'm like, "Look it up, man. You'd be pleasantly surprised." I'm like, "These are what the tenets are like, and all this sort of shit." And he gives me this fucking book. He's like, "Would you take one of these?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm open-minded. Yeah, all right." And it was like a book that you get at school for whatever class. Very reminiscent of that. And he's like, "Can I get a photo?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Because it seemed like a nice enough guy. So I'm assuming he went, "I converted this person." And then I just threw the book in the bin.
As you do.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck off, dickhead." But no, I mean, he was a nice enough guy. But yeah. If as soon as anyone tries to go on about religion, I'm just like, "I'm a Satanist." I mean, we've got a fucking sign on the door that says, "Come in, we're dead." We now have a mat at the front. You know how you have a mat at the front door to wipe your feet? Yeah. Yeah.
Put a doormat, yeah.
Yeah. Ours is Baphomet. Yep. We've got a Baphomet doormat.
Yeah, but unless it says this is Baphomet, how many people are going to actually know?
Yeah, but I mean, looking at it, it definitely does not say innocence. You can tell that it's something a little bit not quite, whether it's Wiccan or...
You could be goat farmers. I don't know.
No, it doesn't. It looks very satanic. Definitely, there's no getting around it. It's satanic. But they as soon as I walk downstairs, I get to the bottom of the stairs, they're walking off. No, bye. I won't answer my door. I was about to. Normally I just go, "I don't give a fuck," and I'll keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can't be fuck dealing with people at my door. I don't give a shit what you want. And I just let them go. But this time I was like, they've seen me.
I normally just walk to the door and go, look and go, "No thanks," and then shut the door again.
You're pleasant. Why would you say thanks?
Well, it's not as bad as the time that I saw it was Jehovah's Witness, and I may have just gone out of the shower. I'll let you put the rest of it together from there. He didn't come back. It was the second or third week in a row, and he didn't come back after that.
That's funny. Fucking Jehovah's Witnesses are stupid cunts. And Mormons. So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Why do we always fucking talk religion? We talked about religion in the last episode a fair bit. We finally get a guest on, and we talk religion.
We talked politics.
And politics,
Yes. Yeah. Mostly politics with the guest.
Yeah. And a lot about him, but yeah.
Yeah.
It did, verge into politics and religion quite quickly. Fuck's sake.
I mean, it's because for us in particular, it's religion especially is just one of those things that neither of us are really into, and we just love to bash it.
Yeah. And the fact that we took our Losing My Agenda, the name, comes directly from Losing My Religion by REM. That's where we got the name from. Oh, Vince actually named this. Losing My Agenda.
I didn't realize it was Vince that actually named it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to, because of my love for music, I wanted to name it like after some kind of music thing, like an album or a song or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I said, this is what we're going to do. And I mentioned the word agenda. Like we don't want to have an agenda on the podcast. We just want to be able to talk open and freely about anything and everything. And
which is kind of why we've changed our style, going from having particular topics that we're talking about in the beginning there to this more sort of chit-chatty, shit-talking sort of style.
So, and he suggested Losing My Agenda, and I was like, I actually quite like that. That's pretty cool now. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, that works incredibly well for what we're going to be, what the plan is. So, he came up with the name, not me. But then I came up with the name of Rise Beyond.
Plus all the others that he shit on.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's a cunt. I'm sorry, Vince. I love you.
Actually, I shouldn't be mean to him. He's the reason why things are going to be running a bit smoother on my end in the not too distant future.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, you'll be right. You'll be good as gold, and you'll have... Yeah. Woo!
You over, Phil?
No. Over, Phil. Come on. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Stupid comment.
I'm just looking at the bottle. I don't know how well you can tell.
Yeah, that's what I've never understood with wine, is the fact that, I get you're only meant to put a certain portion into your glass at a time, but if you're drinking properly, a bottle only lasts you 3 or 4 glasses.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm already halfway through the bottle. And I've just poured my second glass. And I didn't even finish the first glass all the way.
Yeah.
I saw it was starting to get low. I was like, I'll top it up.
Time to do it.
Yeah, and now I'm looking at it going, oh, man, there goes half of the bottle. Well, that's fucked that, hasn't it? But we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll both get a little bit intoxicated, and this will just turn into a complete shit show.
Well, I'm drinking this faster than I normally drink the rum, so it could very well happen.
So when we do these episodes, and so you're in a house, you're by yourself where you are. I'm by myself where I am. Are we drinking alone, or are we drinking together? Because we're not in the same place. When everyone goes, oh, you got a problem when you drink alone. That's when you got a drinking problem.
I know that at least one of my housemates are around, so technically speaking, I'm not alone.
Well, what about me then? Do I have a drinking problem because I am by myself in the house?
Is this the only time that you drink?
Mainly, yeah.
Do you have another drink throughout the week, or
not often? Occasionally, I might have the occasional glass of wine with dinner, depending on what we're eating. But it's like one glass if there's an open bottle of wine. If you were managing to get through that whole bottle of wine, if you just opened that bottle of wine as soon as we started and you were now finished it, yes, I'd say you have a drinking problem. Oh yeah, finishing a whole bottle of wine in less than an hour, which can be done. Oh, 100% it can be done, but it's not if we were having a party, I'd expect to drink a bottle of wine within an hour. But we're just sitting here recording a podcast. But the whole thing is like, they say when you drink alone, that's when you have a drinking problem, when you're drinking by yourself. Yeah, but the thing is, we are talking to each other. So we're having a conversation. We've got our listeners. We've got the viewers. So really, you could say that you're... Yeah, I know it's just you. What viewers? The viewer? You mean me? Yeah. Because we are now live on YouTube as well as Twitch. So that's a thing.
But, we're sitting here having a conversation. You're just having a few glasses to help keep conversation flowing, potentially for it to get messy if we continue long enough.
Yeah,
but
I'll only have a few glasses, which it's not my fault that a few glasses is one bottle. That's not my fault.
Yeah, I mean, if the glass, you could have a glass if it was the size of a bottle.
Yeah. Then I'd only be having one glass of wine, which is a totally acceptable thing within today's society.
Yeah.
Having a single glass of wine, just because it's a novelty-sized glass, that's irrelevant.
Just because it's the size of a keg or a barrel, it's
exactly
still a
right.
glass.
Yeah.
Hold on. So if you put a straw into a wine barrel or a whiskey barrel, would that technically be one drink?
Yes.
Okay. So that was only one drink that time. Yeah. All right.
Sure. But then as soon as you take it from that one container and put it into a smaller container, it becomes multiple drinks.
Multiple small, yeah.
How does that work?
Here we go.
How does that work? So you've got it from one container, one large container, and it is a single drink. But then as soon as you pour it into smaller ones, it becomes multiple drinks somehow.
So if I sit here and just drink from this bottle,
you've had
bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
That would be one drink, technically speaking.
Not one standard drink, but one drink nonetheless.
But if I pour it into this glass...
That is multiple drinks.
The bottle that way. I've just spilled all over myself.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
There's multiple drinks and I'm an alcoholic.
Yes.
Or at least have a drinking problem. Can someone please explain how that works?
I think it only works...
Just don't explain.
Because of our own twisted logic trying to justify it. Our own justification makes it so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone listening to this episode in this particular section is going to go, that's not how it works. Everyone listening is going to be going, that's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. That's fucking dumb. You don't know. No, it's not how it works.
We know how it works, people. It's called satire. It's called piss taking.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that these days is...
It's not woke enough.
Well, there's that, and it just goes over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah.
People just don't understand it.
People need to watch more old British comedy.
Yeah, there's a very strong link between British comedy and Australian comedy. It's very self-deprecating, which is great. Very satirical, very just... Yeah, it's totally different to American comedy.
American comedy is just so... shit. At least in my opinion, I don't know too many... I haven't watched too many American comedies that should be like, ha ha ha, yes, that is genuinely funny.
Well, yeah, so you got to make you got to work out whether you're talking about stand-up comedy or sitcoms.
Or even some of the stand-up you're watching, you're like, yeah, if you're American, it's funny.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely a lot of...
That's just my feeling. I grew up on... Like, the only comedy I ever really watched was British comedy.
Yeah.
Because literally where I grew up, we only had 2 channels until I was like... It must have been like 10, between 10 and 13, where we finally got a 3rd channel we could actually watch.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Whew.
So, one of those channels was... good old New Zealand. TV1, TV2, TV3.
Look, you don't want to overcomplicate things.
Those were their names. TV1 was, or Channel 1, what do you want to call it, was literally like the old people's channel. That was the news. It was all your British comedy and all that sort of stuff. TV2, when especially where I lived, when you could actually get decent reception, was for the younger people. Since we had a lot more of your newer soap operas and kids TV and that sort of stuff. So I grew up mostly on old British comedy, Only Fools and Horses, Last of the Summer Wine, basically you name them, that's what I grew up with.
Yeah.
So I still do struggle with American sense of humor.
Yeah, it's very different, very different. But I think that probably comes from the fact that I could be totally clutching at straws here, but
you could be
from colonialization, like all of the convicts and shit coming over from England to Australia. Maybe that's why we've got a very similar sense of humor. Maybe
either that or it's just people over here get comedy.
Yeah, we know
so
what's
like
funny.
Americans, I was drunk and shot up a school. whereas over here or in the UK, it's I got drunk and shot up a school. You're a fucking sicko.
You're a cunt.
And not a good type of cunt either.
No, I was gonna say I should take that back because yeah, no, that's not very nice towards cunts, is it?
No. Whether it be just a standard cunt or a shit cunt or me.
Or a good cunt. Mad cunt, sick cunt.
Sick cunt. No, they're the other sort of sick cunt. You're a sick cunt.
Yeah. Has this episode already delved
We've already
into the depths of this shit? Already? Less than an hour into the podcast and we've already gone to here. This is where we've gotten to...
Cheers to all the cunts.
Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck? I mean, like, to be fair, this is our second podcast of the day.
Yeah. And I'm literally only just starting to feel well now. It's what? May as well call it 3:30 in the afternoon. I woke up this morning I literally woke up at 9:30, so half an hour before we were meant to start recording the first session. And I felt like absolute ass. So you're all lucky that I'm somewhat coherent for the time being until I get through another probably 2 glasses of this whiskey.
Right on. Yeah. Let's see if I get another knock at the door from a little babushka lady.
And a child with a clipboard.
Maybe they were Ukrainian and they were trying to find somewhere to live.
Or trying to get donations to send to people in Ukraine.
Potentially. I don't have money, so they're fucking shit out of luck.
Yeah, I mean, who actually who carries money anymore?
No, because they don't do that. They don't take...
Oh, it's QR codes now, isn't it?
No. They don't take money. They don't take donations like that now. What they do now is you sign up. So it's like, we'll take your money in a week, and then we'll do it the week after that, and then the week after that, then the week after that, and we'll keep going. But then
if you only send a one-off donation.
Yeah, no, there is no such thing as one-off donations anymore. Not unless it's like for a proper fundraiser. There are no one-off.
So what you say is that you'd be subscribing to some Ukrainian person.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's what a lot.
I like the whole QR coding it. There was a guy. Where was he? I think he was actually when I was still living up in Mount Martha, outside the Woolies at Benton Square. He was a busker.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have any change, you could literally just scan a QR code and donate anything from 50 cents to $5.
Wow.
And he was actually getting a lot of people that were QR coding through. Yeah, a bit of money to him.
Huh. Well,
maybe that's what we should do. How about we just put up a QR code at the end of every episode that goes up, and primarily for those that are watching either on Twitch or watching the stream, watching the video footage on Spotify. That way they can donate to us.
Yeah.
So that way we can buy more alcohol.
We've got our PayPal. We have a PayPal, and we'll just set up a donation thing. We'll put a little QR code down the bottom between the two screens of us.
Yeah.
And we'll just leave a QR code there for donation.
Well, that's the thing. Why couldn't we do that? If you're enjoying it, if you enjoy the podcast, if you enjoy anything that we're doing,
you want to know why?
Rather give it... Why?
You want to know why? Because I'm our only viewer. I'm not donating to myself.
Yeah, but what about for anyone who's listening on Spotify? At least if they choose to have the video going as well, they can have it ready for the end. Right at the end of the episode, they can go, okay, video on, QR code.
Yeah, I don't know. We might. I've got ideas to set up things like a Patreon account.
I've
But
told you only if I'm fully clothed.
not OnlyFans. Fuck.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. That was the other thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
after Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when we're really
After you fail with a Patreon, that's when you go to OnlyFans.
Yeah, so we can fail there as well.
Yeah. We're not failing. We're just taking our time.
We're going to fail on all the platforms. We're going to get on Truth Media. I think that's what it's called. Donald Trump's social media thing. I might just sign up for it just for a laugh. I just want to see what it's like.
Just watch it implode within a week.
Oh, it's genuinely tempting to sign up for Truth Media just to see the absolute fucking shit show of right-wing propaganda that it's got.
I wouldn't be able to handle it. I don't do politics. I don't do religion. I don't do drugs mostly. I don't think I could handle a primarily political fuck, that's a tongue twister. A primarily political platform like this Truth Media thing.
So I don't.
Not that there's going to be much truth to it, but
no. That's because all the mainstream media is fake news. It's fake news.
Yeah.
It's full fake news.
So that was the fake news originally was that Donald Trump was elected.
Yeah. Look,
it's still fake news.
I never said Donald Trump was intelligent, all right?
I didn't say he was either.
A lot of the stuff he says.
I don't think even the doctor that does all the testing for the president said that he was intelligent in any way.
A lot of the stuff that he says and does contradicts the stuff that he says and does. He's just like the Bible. He is full of contradictions. There we go. Donald Trump is the Bible. Just contradictions everywhere.
Don't say that because he's gonna get hold of that as people are gonna get hold of it and go.
I don't care. I'll fucking.
He's the Messiah.
I will fucking
clip. Boy.
I will clip. Donald Trump is the Bible because he is full of contradictions. I will clip that. I'll send it straight to the cunt and be like, "Look, you're the Bible. You are the Bible because you contradict yourself. You fucking moronic cunt."
Oh fuck!
Oh, I'll clip it. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care.
Do you want this? Do you want this? All the LMA and Rise Beyond and everything to actually go anywhere?
Well, look, that's the thing.
So it won't go too far once you're in prison.
No. We won't go to prison because it's backed up by facts, actual facts, where you can go, here is a news clip of Donald Trump speaking. And he's saying hold on, here is a clip of Donald Trump contradicting himself. And there's nothing fake about that.
You say it because it's true and there's evidence?
Yeah.
What about the fact that Johnny Depp only just got his win, despite all the evidence that's been there for the last however many years?
Yeah, but look.
Evidence doesn't work.
Yeah, but the thing about Johnny Depp is he's just an actor. He convinced everyone that he had scissors for fingers. You saw that, didn't you?
So they weren't. He doesn't actually. Are you saying he doesn't actually have scissors?
No, Amber Heard said that they're not real.
I thought when you saw his fingers that those were like prosthetics over the scissors.
No.
Fuck me, mind blowing.
I know. I was shocked when I saw that.
Oh my god! So he doesn't actually have scissors for fingers?
No, he doesn't actually.
Jesus, it would have been more believable if you said he didn't actually have dildos for fingers. Oh, that's just. I don't know what to think of the world anymore. I really don't.
Yeah, it's tough.
I just need a minute to process this. He actually has fingers.
Yeah, they're real, actual people fingers. They're not scissors. Yeah, Amber Heard. Amber Heard broke the news she had an interview,
So she actually managed to tell the truth for once.
Yeah, in a post courtroom interview, saying because in the closing arguments of
How quickly would she have lost the case if she brought that up during the fucking trial?
fuck. So the thing is, she had an interview with like NBC or something, and the interviewer said to her, in the closing arguments from Johnny Depp's lawyer, she stated that this is your greatest acting role, and this whole thing has just been an act. How do you respond to that? And Amber Heard, straight-faced as well, said to the interviewer something along the lines of, that's coming from the lawyer who represented a man who convinced the world that he had scissors for fingers.
Oh, crack will do strange things to the mind.
Yeah. Yeah. That's her argument to that. Being told that that's her greatest acting role was in court, and her reply is, "Yeah, but he doesn't have scissor fingers.
But
it's not real."
And she also convinced people that she's a real person. So, yeah.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, she can fuck off. I'm not. That's it. That's all the effort and energy I'm willing to put into that bitch. Fuck off. I'm done.
At the end of the day, she could still shit on my plane.
What was that? She can still shit on what?
She could still shit on my pillow, and I wouldn't complain.
Yes, she's attractive. That's all. That's literally the only thing she has going for her is she's attractive. Oh. If you take that attractiveness away, she's got nothing.
Well, let's put it this way, Tommy. It's been a while, and even you're attractive right now.
That's fucking sad and scary.
Yeah.
No. No. That's it. No. And at the end of the day, that's all you get.
Sure?
You just get a no.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Have you stopped to think that maybe it's you?
Oh, it's definitely me.
100%.
Short, fat, ugly. Yeah, I'd say it's me.
I mean, you're not that short, are you?
Like, 5'7", 5'8"
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are short.
Yeah, I am. That's just my penis.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't really say you've got a tall penis or a short penis. It's either big or small.
5/8 of an inch, you know, it's pretty.
5/8 of an inch. So at least I have a full inch.
Don't mock me. God, this is degraded quickly.
I think I
should really stop drinking whiskey. I think because that's where I'm going wrong.
I think what I should title this episode, "The Worst Podcast on the Internet." I think that's what I'm just going to call it, "The Worst Podcast on the Internet."
Oh, that's such a clickbait title, though.
I mean, it is a little bit.
That is a very good clickbaity title.
I think back again. Hang on.
Have a look. So, for those of you just listening, Tommy's gotten up from his chair and is checking out the window. Result is...
No, they're not back again. So I swear I heard a knock, but I don't know. What I need to get is one of the, like, a Nest or a Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
And then I can actually see.
You should, because I mean, if you're up there by yourself, Yeah, you won't know if someone's coming in to rape you.
Yeah, but then it won't be rape.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Oh shit. Oh, so yeah. For those that are still listening, I don't why. Firstly, secondly, we are indeed on. We are streaming on YouTube and Twitch. This is the first time we're streaming on YouTube today, right now.
It could be the last, given the conversation that we're having.
Potentially, I don't know. I don't
What
know.
are their community standards?
Have you seen some of the
Blokes
shit?
have let us.
Yeah, but have you seen some of the shit that's on YouTube though?
Yeah, there's Logan Paul, Jake Paul. It's yeah.
Hang on, sorry, I'm just replying to Twitch chat. So you can talk away, Tim.
What we have Twitch chat. Well, you keep talking for a moment. I'm going to blow. Should say I'm going to blow my nose without turning my mic off first.
Yeah. So yeah, YouTube. I mean, the guidelines say, oh yeah, this, and that, but at the same time, there's a lot of shit that you can find on YouTube that gets around the community guidelines.
Yeah, I mean, it's like even people that are stealing content literally get around it just by changing, like, they'll mirror the visual component and take out the audio.
Yeah, but there's
like, how
videos,
the fuck?
So there's a guy that I watch called Mama Max.
Yeah.
And he's got this very, he likes to call out pedophiles. That's kind of his thing, is calling them out. And he does a lot of, like, he only releases a video like every 6-7 months. I mean, it's full length documentary.
Okay.
Kind, like, you know,
Fair
an
enough.
hour and a half long video.
Yeah.
And the editing is just fucking bananas. But yeah, he finds stuff on YouTube, and I'm like watching it and looking at it. Like, a lot of stuff gets done in the comments on like really weird and obscure videos, and then it all links back to CP and stuff. I'm like, how the fuck can they get away with this? That's fucked. So fucked up.
The algorithms and just everything in general with YouTube, Twitch, all that sort of stuff. Like we were discussing with the whole and watch what happens once we talk about this little wee piece here. Remember, we were talking the other day about the COVID warning on one of our last videos.
Yes.
Where we just mentioned COVID like a couple of times very quickly. We weren't really talking about COVID. We were just talking about something to do with COVID. And we still got the learn more about COVID.
Yeah.
Strike, warning.
It's not a strike.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's just them adding in
their COVID information thing.
Yeah.
Because they've picked up on the words COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
Stop it, because we're going to have it yet again. Even though we're not talking about it. That particular
That's the point. That's the point that I want to make, is the fact that all you have to do is sometimes mention something. Not even talk about it, just mention the word. And sometimes you will get, especially with YouTube, you will get either a warning or a strike or something just because you have mentioned a word.
Yeah. But there's a lot that get around.
Then other times, there's a lot of shit which, because it's just so, it's coded.
Yeah.
In some way, these code words, they get around it.
Yeah. But I don't know if there's a way that you can get around the getting around of the things. Like, how do you get around it? Like, from YouTube's perspective, how do you get around them getting around it?
Well, this thing, you've literally got to either broaden the, whatever you want to call it, results, or I don't know, maybe tighten them in some way so that it's only targeting uncommon keywords or uncommon key phrases.
And then you're running into the problem of like you don't want to over censor it, because when you do that, it's going to take people away from it, and people aren't going to watch, and then your website's gonna go down, and it's not going to be a viable thing anymore. So I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's really hard to try and work around. You need people, like you can't even have that many people like working on it enough to be able to watch every video that is uploaded.
Yeah,
because
it's a hard.
Let me look.
It's
this up.
just an impossible task, really.
It is.
Some of the shit we talk about, I'm surprised that we're still up. Really.
Nah, ours is fine. Here we go. YouTubers upload about 720,000 hours of fresh video content per day. Over 500 hours of video were uploaded to YouTube per minute in 2020, which equals 30,000 new video uploads per hour. How do you
break that down?
How do you monitor everything that's going up?
Yeah, it's just. It doesn't. It's
inconceivable.
Yes, that.
You can't. It's physically impossible to be able to monitor everything that goes up. There's too much content up there to be able to.
And I suppose that's where it comes down to good, honest people reporting this stuff that just is just foul. I suppose would be the best way of putting it.
So some people, a lot of videos do get reported, and then they have got people there who have to then watch it. I feel sorry for those people. They've got to watch all this sick, fucked up shit online, and they have to sit down and watch the whole video.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, and then they can go, okay, cool, we'll take this down now. Because it's all manual reviews.
Yeah, I also feel sorry for them when they've got to review stuff that just people have reported just because they haven't liked a certain point of view or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember when I had my channel, 6 videos. I actually had a video reported.
Really?
Yeah. And when I got hold of YouTube, they wouldn't give the reason why it was reported for some reason. But they were like, yeah, no, we don't see why it was reported. It was, they literally said it was a waste of their time.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you also get around that bullshit?
You can't.
It's just
because once you start looking at certain ones and going, that one's fine, whatever. The ones that genuinely need to be taken down will start falling through the cracks.
Yeah.
And
you've just got so many people reporting ones that are just, I don't agree with that point of view, so I'm going to report it.
Yeah.
It's like calling the police just because your neighbour's mowing their lawn at friggin' 6 p.m. in the evening. Those cops could have been off, stopping a burglary or something, but instead they're having to come around to your joint just because you don't like the fact that your neighbour's mowing their lawn at 6 in the evening.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah. People are stupid. They don't think of what the consequences are for their actions. They just do. They only think about themselves and don't give a fuck about what the repercussions are. The fact that they may see what they're going through as it needs police intervention. Police turn up, and then someone's house is being broken into, but the cops are dealing with something else.
Yeah.
And they can't get over there in time, and then, look at that. A family of 4 are dead.
Yeah.
Oh, well, but that's okay because now old mate can't mow his lawns at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and the same person who made the original call will be the same person who will go, there should be more police. The police should have got there faster. No, they were dealing with your stupid fucking self-righteous behavior because you didn't like the fact that your neighbor, who you could have said, hey, mate, you mind not mowing your lawns. And yeah,
Yeah.
instead, family falls dead.
Yeah. But, people don't think anymore. They just...
It comes down to that whole critical thinking thing that we've spoken about in the past.
Yeah. Common sense is so rare these days.
It's
becoming
uncommon.
a superpower. It is. It really is. No one has any... common sense is not a thing anymore. No one thinks.
No.
They just do. They just act.
It's fine in certain situations and circumstances to, just go with the flow.
Yeah, going with the flow is totally different, though.
But when you're actually affecting other people negatively, time to think about your fucking actions.
Yeah. But then that requires them to actually do something.
That also requires critical thinking.
Come on now.
So it's like a double negative, really, isn't it?
You're expecting too much out of the human population.
Yeah, we all deserve to fucking die.
Yeah, well, look, we've said that before, that the world would be a much
people are shit.
Better place if humans were never here. Simple.
Worst part of humanity is the human part.
Yep. Yeah. I'll take the itty part, and that's it. Get rid of the human, just keep the itty.
Yeah, we should have stopped evolving.
We should never have evolved.
Yeah.
If only we never discovered tools.
It's a surprise that we did evolve to the point that we have.
Look, there are some good people out there that are thinking logically.
Not
there are some, no, but there are some. There are some diamonds in the rough. We just need more.
Yeah, but when are we going to see that? That's the problem.
Well, let me just readjust it. Oh, shit.
Jeez, at least you got pants on. That's the main thing.
Hey, crutch. Yeah. Oh, of course. Always have pants on, man.
I don't.
You don't? Why? Are you wearing shorts?
I am.
Okay. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I've known you for too long now.
Hey, it's one of the rare occasions that I have, well, more than just my undies on. So,
Yeah. Oh, that's what I should have done. If they come back to my door. No, not taking off my pants. No.
Yeah.
I have this.
I was going to say, been there, done that.
No, I have. I don't know how well you can see this on the stream, but I have a Baphomet statue now.
Just walk downstairs and just open the door and you're packing it.
I'll just hold it. I won't even say anything. I'll just open up the door in silence and just hold this. Say nothing, just hold it. It's a pretty sick. I'm gonna get that. I'm getting this tattooed. I'm getting this tattooed on me.
Nice.
Yeah, on my forearm, on the inside here.
Yeah.
At some stage, I don't know when.
Whenever.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting some new piercings. Next Monday, actually.
Okay. What are you getting done?
So I've got my ears stretched.
Yep.
And then there's a bit of lobe above where it's stretched. I'm going to get those pierced and I'm going to stretch those a bit. So there's going to be double stretched ears.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck anymore. To be perfectly honest, that's what it is. I just don't fucking care. I'm going to do what I want from now on. You get tattooed. Yeah, I want this tattoo. Cool, let's do it. Oh, it might prevent me from getting a job. Fuck that job. I fucking want that shit. Fuck off.
Well, hey, if things go as planned, you won't have to worry because you'll be your own boss.
Exactly right. I'll set this up. I'll structure this as a business.
Yep. So does that mean that if I wanted to get anything else done, I'd have to pass it by you first to make sure it's not?
Yeah, exactly right. Why? What do you think you're getting done?
Well, the only thing I'm thinking done is I lost my grandfather just like a year and a half ago, and so one of his last jobs was as Mr. Whippy type ice cream man. So I'm going to get on my forearm. I've already sort of designed. I'm going to get like an ice cream cone with soft serve on top, and just like just little bits and pieces that remind me of him.
Yeah.
So like on the how they sometimes put in the ice cream cone in the little wee like paper sleeve.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to have like his initials, date of birth, date he passed, Sonic symbol, all that sort of stuff on it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Well, if this is a business, then no, you're not getting that.
So my nice innocent ice cream cone is fine, but your Baphomet tattoo is sorry. The ice cream cone's not fine, but the Baphomet tattoo is.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess because you're the boss.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Nah, man, I don't fucking care. Get your fucking face tattooed. I don't give a shit.
I was going to say, uwu tattooed across my forehead.
Fucking, you wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't.
No. I would genuinely lose respect for you if you did that. If you got uwu tattooed on your forehead, I would lose a lot of respect for you.
If I got uwu tattooed anywhere on my body, I'd lose respect for myself, because clearly I didn't have any to begin with.
Yeah. I don't understand any of that kind of shit, man. I don't get it.
Daddy across my chest.
That ain't chill. Oh, man, now my phone's ringing. Dad's calling. Oh, fuck, it's all happening. I can't, man. You know I record my podcast. Fuck, what is happening now? A fucking cunt's knocking at my door. My old man trying to fucking call me. All I'm trying to do is record a simple podcast.
And have a drink.
Yeah.
It's alright, I can hear my housemates banging around outside my room. I'm sitting here and I've seen my mum's message me. The lady that I'm trying to get to know has messaged me a couple of times. It's like, fuck you. Everyone wants me now. They didn't want me when I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, no. But that's the problem. Every time that you're doing something, that is when people will try and contact you. When you've got spare time, no one will want to bar with you.
No. It's like you fucking message me all through my fucking work day.
Yeah, but see,
and then by the time I get home, you're already in fucking bed. So it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, man, I fucking go to bed at 8 o'clock. What of it? Fight me,
bitch.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do message you when I wake up sometimes, but no, you're sleeping.
Oh, I'm sorry for not getting up until 7:30.
Fuck, man, I've already been working for an hour at that stage.
Fucking wank on, boo-hoo.
Yeah, it's a bit shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay up a bit later and get up a bit later. But no, I have to go to bed early and get up fucking 4:30. No, I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I can do it. And my body clock is now used to getting up that early. This morning, I mean, today I didn't work, which is rare for Saturday. For me, not working on a Saturday is rare.
Mm.
But I managed to get today off. And so I slept in until like a bit after 6 o'clock. And that's when I got up out of bed. And I was like, oh, shit.
I had to sleep in?
It's late. The day's almost half over. What the fuck? And now I'm looking at the clock going, it's 4 o'clock. Fuck me.
The day's almost over.
The day's fucking over. The day is gone.
What's that mean? I take 2 different types of medication to sleep. Otherwise, I just won't sleep. I didn't actually get to sleep until like 2 o'clock this morning, and then I was awake at 9:30, and I was just like, oh, I feel like rubbish.
Yeah. But
my head's just all full. It's like, oh,
to be fair,
kill me.
To be fair, in the first podcast we recorded, you could have just gone to sleep.
I could.
No one would have known any different.
Hey, admittedly, I was half asleep the whole fucking time.
Both you and Scarab, I think, were struggling. Not that you'd know, because as soon as Scarab... the thing about Scarab is... And if you haven't checked out that episode yet, go check it out. It's the one just before this with Scarab.
Yeah.
The thing with him is, as soon... And I've seen it, because I've recorded with him in person before. He'll be fucking dead. Absolutely dead. And then as soon as it's go time, bang, he's into it.
Yeah.
Full high octane energy, and he's just, yeah.
What they won't see is the fact that he actually did that same intro twice.
I couldn't stop him.
Slightly more energy on the first one, but yeah, it's just like, fuck, man.
Dude, he's been doing that for since he started YouTube. That has been his thing.
I watched a couple of his videos last night. Far out.
Yeah, man. Imagine being there in person with him.
You need earplugs.
Yeah, look, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He's not. He was watching us on Twitch earlier.
Yeah.
He's not anymore.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Oh, he said he was recording.
Oh, that's right. He was too. Yeah.
So, anyone that's listening now, check out Scarabic Enterprises on YouTube and on Twitch. Good friend of mine.
Dude.
Good guy. Really, really, really. He's just an all-around nice dude.
Funny as hell with some of the stuff he comes out with.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's very witty. There
were a couple of times where I almost lost it. I think there was one or two times where I did lose it. It's just this off the cuff little just quips. It's just
yeah.
We need to have him on more often.
Oh, we will. Yeah, he's definitely going to be on a few more episodes. And yeah, we're just going to talk. We'll get him onto one of these episodes where we just talk random
Sit and
shit.
Talk shit. Yeah.
No, 100%. We're gonna get him when we have the studio finished, which is hopefully going to be in the next month or two. We will have an actual studio. So, the thing is, we're still going to be doing these online ones, but we will have certain episodes that are done in person. And I think a lot of them are probably going to be the guest episodes. When we have a guest on, or when we have our Eating Soup with a Fork episodes, then we will probably try and lump them all in together and have a recording day down at Vince's. So there's going to be a lot of traveling to Vince's house.
Yeah, there is.
And with the way petrol prices are at the moment, it's going to be expensive.
Not so much for you.
Dude, he's an hour away from me as well.
I thought you guys lived fairly close to each other.
No.
Okay, so I was slightly wrong on that.
So the reason why we said his place is because he's roughly halfway between you and me.
Bro.
He's in the middle of He's in the middle of the Tim and Tom sandwich. Yeah.
Oh, that's just disturbing.
So because he's
as long as I'm on top.
So because he's roughly in the middle, we go to his place rather than someone traveling twice as far, like me going down to your place or you coming up.
God,
to my place.
You don't want to do it here. You don't want to do it here.
Oh, look, we're gonna. Well, you said we're gonna do a bloody walking thing down your way.
But you see, this would just be the launching point. You drop your car off here, and then we take my car down.
Or we just meet at the location.
If you want.
Yeah, we'll probably just do that. Probably just meet there.
Yeah.
And then
whatever.
Away we go.
Whatevs.
Whatevs.
Waste petrol, you know.
Whatevs, Trevs. Whatever, Trevor. Looks like you're trying to suck a dick there when you're coughing. Just the way that it was.
Well, it's hard to do the whole damn fucking thing where I've got a microphone here that I'm using to record my audio and a microphone here.
Yeah, you're pretty well fucked, aren't you?
You know, I'm going to hit one of them.
Yeah. But see, that's just with our current setup. We will, over time, improve our setup drastically. Like, this is just the starting point.
Especially once I have a computer that can actually run everything at once.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's going to make a massive difference. When one of the things that I want to do when I get my tax return, if I get money back, is I am upgrading this fucking thing. Fucking webcam.
Please do, because I'm sick of almost having fucking seizures every 10 minutes.
Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it. Just for you.
Just for you, baby.
Just for you. I'll just leave it. Nah, I will upgrade it. It's one thing I definitely want to upgrade. I need to upgrade that. But then after that, that's about it. Because I know I want to get a new proper camera to make videos. I want to get a Sony A7 III because that's what Vince has got. So if I have a Sony A7 III along with the same lens as what Vince primarily uses, then when he's recording, it'll look exactly the same as when I'm recording.
Yeah.
So our videos will be seamless. But at the moment, I'm using a Lumix G7. So yeah, it shoots 4K, but it's very, very different picture quality to what Vince has.
Yeah.
So our videos
Which is understandable because they're two different. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to be. And mine's a micro four thirds sensor, and he's got a full frame. So
it doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit to you. So basically, a full frame is like the full frame, as you can imagine. Micro four thirds is like 3/4 of that. Like it's just cropped in.
Oh yeah,
so it's a lot less. So full frame, you're letting all that extra light in. So if it's darker, you're getting more light coming in. So it looks better on camera. Whereas a smaller sensor, it's a bit dark. You're not getting as much light in.
Yeah,
so
not as good with low light situations.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely need to upgrade that. But to be fair, that was a $700 camera. Pretty fucking cheap. And it admittedly, it does the job, but it's still a little bit shit. So, but I need about $2,000 to be able to get a whole new camera. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep. So maybe, I don't know, Christmas/birthday from every single person I know. Like, hey, you buying me a present this year? Just tip in money for my new camera setup. Or we just say, hey, Sony, you don't know us, but you love us. We need this camera. So doing some mad shit. We got some mad
Just
shit.
the one. Just the one.
Oh, look, yeah. Or Black Magic.
If you want to give us more.
Yeah. That's just to have what he's already got. If I was starting from scratch and money wasn't an issue, like we had some kind of we could reach out to whoever to get cameras. I'd reach out to Black Magic. And I'd get a proper Black Magic 6K Pro. Because it shoots in 6K, so then you've got all this extra fucking data, and then you crop it down, like bring it down to 4K, and then fuck it. Oh, dude, the image on that shit is just something else. And it's like a lot of big productions get filmed on those. Yeah. So it's, we could get some real fucking good footage on that. Mix that in with the drone. Whew. Oh boy. Yeah. These are all the things that I think about on a daily basis.
Yeah, but you see, technology gets you hard. It doesn't get me hard.
Yeah, but see, I'm going to be doing all of the editing. I've actually I wrote down a list of jobs for each of us, the three of us.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think this is as things get bigger.
No. This is a starting job list.
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, this is podcast and videos. So, this is just like QK Studios is the three of us. And these are our jobs, what we have to do. So, I've got my job is main video editing, filming, doing the social media, because you're our social media manager. So I'll do all the social media stuff, posting of the podcast and the videos, and editing the podcast. They're my jobs. Your jobs, you got 3. That are just Tim jobs. You have you're the backup podcast editor. So if I haven't got time, I might have to ship it off to you.
Yep.
Cutting out clips of the podcast to then give to me to put on social media. And social media interaction. So just commenting and liking things. That's it.
Yeah.
Vince's job, principal filming, principal photography, however you want to say it. So he'll be the main filming guy for all of our videos because he doesn't want to be on camera. He'll be behind the camera, so he obviously has to do that.
Just our lovely faces on the camera.
Yeah.
99% of the time.
Exactly. Video animation. So I've spoken to him about adding in little animations, especially for when I walk up to Newcastle, of doing like a little map of where I'm going. And he is in charge of securing guests for the podcast. So he'll do the cold email and then do email correspondence to set up a date and time to get a podcast guest on. And then there are 2 jobs currently that all 3 of us have to do. Come up with ideas for the videos and critiquing the video, like the editing. So being brutally honest, saying this moment here is boring between these times. I became distracted. I lost interest here, so I can fix that. Tightening things up and then choice of music. Going, yeah, that music works really well, or no, maybe something a little bit more along these lines.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment, is coming up with roles for everyone, jobs, job descriptions for everyone within QK Studios, because QK Studios is like the umbrella.
Yeah, umbrella corporation. Yeah.
Corporation. Yeah. And then you got LMA under that, and now Rise Beyond is under that. And hopefully some more things that we've got that I have ideas for. But these are like, number of years down the track. Because I don't want to stretch myself too thin. That's the problem. You get a lot of YouTubers that start out and then, like us, they go, oh, I've got an idea for this. I've got an idea for that. I want to do this. I want to do that. Blah, blah, blah. I have so many ideas. They do launch everything at once. But they lose focus. Yeah, they burn out. They lose focus on their main thing. The first original idea, they lose that. So then that suffers. So I don't want to lose that. Which for us, the podcast is more of a side thing.
Yeah.
It's just talking mad shit.
The YouTube is going to be the main point of focus.
Yeah. I originally wanted to launch both the podcast and the YouTube channel at the same time. But I knew it's a lot easier to be able to get the podcast up and running before the YouTube videos.
Especially with conflicting schedules and that.
Yeah.
On the weekends.
Yeah. So it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting getting getting the videos happening. Very interesting indeed. But we'll get there. So I saw a video today by Matt Diavella, and he had like 10 rules that he's lives by. And he's a content creator, an American. I think he lives up in Sydney now because he married an Aussie chick. I don't know if they live here or live there, but he does spend a lot of time over here. So maybe podcast guest. I don't know. But yeah, one of his things was he lives by a 3-year rule. So that's giving yourself 3 years on your project. So if it's launching a YouTube channel or a podcast, giving yourself 3 years, because knowing that you will fall off at some stage, but knowing that you've got 3 years to get back up and running again. And if after 3 years it hasn't worked out, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, so I like that idea. I like that 3-year thing. So and he said, you'll see progress over those 3 years as well. So yeah, I quite like that. That's good. So yeah, have you got any input for this episode?
Not particularly.
You seem a bit burnt out there.
Oh, I am. I've sort of found a bit of energy there, and now I'm just like, sort of
Losing it.
crashing a little. Yeah,
Shit.
not because of the drink.
Are you sure? It might be because of the drink.
No, my sinuses are filling up, and it's just. When I was younger, I had my operation done on my sinuses to open them up, and unfortunately, it's caused a lot of scar tissue to build up over the years.
Right.
So, rather than getting a runny nose, my sinuses just fill up. So, I started getting sinus headaches. There's just all this pressure in the front here.
Fuck.
So, I feel fan-fucking-tastic.
Pardon.
My nose does, like, when I get a cold, my nose doesn't actually run. It goes down my throat.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's great.
Well, if you wanna call it a day, let me know and we can.
I think I might go have a sleep. So we might call this one a day.
At 4:15.
Hey, I feel
Man,
like
you're not gonna sleep tonight.
A little bit of that and some sleeping pills, I might.
Maybe. Alright, well.
Yeah, we'll call this a short one. Short, sweet.
See, you say we'll call it a short one, but it's almost 2 hours.
That's short for us.
For us, it is. Yeah, true. It's true. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, thank you, everyone,
Thank you very much
for joining us today. You can find us on Twitch at Losing My Agenda. We are on YouTube at Losing My Agenda. Everywhere's at Losing My Agenda. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're on Spotify, everywhere. Wherever you're currently listening to us, we are there. I'm not going to run through the whole...
Which makes sense, because if you're not hearing this, then you're not going to find us.
Yeah, exactly right. Tell all of your friends about our existence. Tell everyone that you know. Here you go. For a shout out, you want a shout out? Everyone wants a shout out. That's like the big.
Everyone wants a shout out.
That's the big thing. And now, so put up a post on your social media, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. We are on all three. Not that you'd know about our Facebook, because Tim has sole custody of the Facebook account. I don't think he has posted anything at all. But I digress. If you want a shout out in the next episode, tag us on your social media and say, hey, check out this podcast, and we will shout you out in the next episode.
You might even be nice about it.
Well, I mean, I will be. If someone's helping us with promotion, I'll be nice. I'll be like, hey, thanks. Good guy. Good girl. Whatever you
Thanks, you cunt.
Good you. I'll be like, good you. So I don't want to assume anyone's gender, because it's 2022, and you can't do that. You can't. You can't assume someone's gender. You're not allowed.
That just makes me think about that meme.
Which one?
The you just assumed my gender meme. With the person with the glasses, and they're like,
oh, triggered?
Yeah.
Triggered. Yeah.
The triggered one.
Yeah. Yes. All right, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fee. But I gotta shut up now.
Yes, Tim's got to go. No. He can't structure a sentence. He can't form words. I'm half a bottle of wine down, and I'm perfectly fine.
Leave me alone. I'm dying.
Oh, we're back on track. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you very shortly. Tiddly!
Bye.